Hey guys, it's the Fort Worth Glock Guy, and I've got two Leatherman multi-tools here, and at first appearance they look very similar. You've got the Wingman and the Sidekick. And honestly, there's really not a whole lot of difference between these two. There's three differences. So if you're in the market for getting a multi-tool, and you just want certain things, you're looking for certain things on your tools, then these are both great options, and they're very budget friendly too. In fact, I got both of these last Christmas. I think I got one of these. I think I got this one at Home Depot, and they were running a special for $20, like $19.99, and I'm a sucker for a deal, and I could not pass that up. So, of course, I bought it. And then like a week later, it was either Sam's or Walmart was running a little promotion where they had this one, which is the Wingman, for $20. I'm like, well, dang. And at the time, I didn't know the difference between. I knew there was a different name, like the Wingman and the Sidekick. But I was like, you know what? It wouldn't hurt to have two multi-tools. So I just went ahead and picked this one up too. It was a great deal. And you can still get these for a good price. If you catch them on sale, you can still catch them for like $20. Even if you're paying, full price, I think you can get this one at Home Depot still for $29.99. So roughly $30. And you're getting a great multi-tool with both of these. Okay, so I just wanted to show you the differences between the two. So if you were looking for certain tools on your multi-tool, you knew which one to get. Okay, so this is the Sidekick. I just wanted to go over the tools with you. On one handle, you've got two tools. You've got a large flathead screwdriver, and you've got the two-dimensional Phillips head. You've got the exact same tools on this one. A large flathead and a large Phillips head. Okay, they're the exact same tools. Of course, the pliers are both identical. They're both spring assisted, which sometimes I like that, sometimes I don't. On this handle, there's only one tool that's different between the two. On the Wingman, you've got a box opener or box cutter, which that comes in handy. I kind of like that tool. You've got a file, and you've got a can opener, bottle opener thing. On the Sidekick, you've got a small serrated edge blade. There you go. And by small, it's sub 2 inches. Like it's maybe an inch and a half, inch and maybe inch and 3/4 if you're lucky. And then you've got the same file with the small flathead, and then the exact same bottle opener / can opener tool. So those are the same. The only thing that's different on these two is this tool and this tool. Okay, so the Sidekick, you get a serrated edge, and then the Wingman, you get a little box cutter thing. Okay, the main difference is right here. Your main tool's on the outside. On the Wingman, you get a pretty decent pair of scissors. I kind of like these scissors. When they're fully open, they are spring loaded, and it's a good size. It's not like your little one that you get on your Swiss Army knife or whatever. It's a decent size scissors, and they open up pretty wide too. So it's pretty good. This is one thing I don't like about it. I'm not a fan of combo edge knives. So this is one tool that I really don't like about the Wingman, is this blade, because it's got partial serration and then partial just plain edge. This one, instead of the scissors, you get a saw, and this is a very functional saw. The teeth are very sharp. In fact, you can probably see on there, I did a little bit of work in the yard and pulled this out and got it gunked up, and I mean these are very sharp. These are very good. It's a very good tool to have. And then this one actually has a plain edge blade, which I really like. So if you're interested in getting one of these tools, they're the same price. You can get them anywhere between 20 and 30 bucks, but you kind of pick your poison as far as what you want. Do you want a saw or do you want scissors? Do you want a plain edge or do you want a partially serrated edge? And if that bothers you, then you may not want that. Okay? And then for the Sidekick that has the plain edge, you also get the serrated edge there. So you still get both, best of both worlds if you like the serrated edge, which I'm really not a fan of, and then on here you get the box cutter, the scissors, and then this blade right here, which is the combo edge, which I'm not a fan of. So just wanted to show you budget, some budget tools that Leatherman makes. I think both of these are great. I like certain things about both of them. I like having the scissors, but I don't like having the combo edge. I like having the saw, but if I have this saw, I really don't need a serrated edge. So it's you kind of pick your poison. What do you need more of? But these are two really good options for your multi-tool. Now, let me show you one other little thing. If you like a little bit of everything and you can afford, spending a few extra bucks, the best one to get is this Wave. It has all of those tools all in one. So you're not carrying two, you're just carrying one. The only thing that's different about this is it's not spring assisted, which if you want a spring assisted, then sorry, this is not for you. However, the ergonomics of this is way more comfortable. Like the edges are really rounded, so you can really grip up on this and it doesn't hurt at all. These are slightly rounded, but they're more of a square shape too, so there's a little bit more bite to it. It's not uncomfortable by any means, but it's just not the same. And then with this one, you have the plain edge, then you have the saw, then you flip it over and you have a big serrated edge, which is way better than that 1.5-inch one over there. And then you also have a nice file. And I don't know if you can tell, this is a really fine grit, and on this side is more of a coarse. And then so you get the best of both worlds on that. And then on the inside, you have a lot more options too, because you have your two-dimensional Phillips, you have your big flat, you have your better can opener, bottle opener. On this side, you have a big flat, you have a little jeweler's screwdriver, and you can flip this around and it's Phillips and flathead. And you also have a nice pair of scissors. Now these are bigger than what you might find on a Swiss Army knife, but they're not as big as what was it, the Sidekick? The Wingman. It's not as big as that, but they're still very functional, and as you can tell, again, they have a nice place for you to put your thumb. Just poke myself. Put your thumb so when you're pressing down on this. And what's also nice about this is once you open this, it's not going to collapse on you, because these You actually can push this down and it releases. So it's kind of like a lock. Just like that. Okay, so I mean, you can really get to, go to town with some of these tools, and they're not going to fail on you because they're locked open. And then you have to depress this to close it. So in my opinion, if you have the money, and this probably runs about $60, 60 to $70. This one, if you only want to buy one, I would say the Wave is the way to go. If you're on a budget, these are great options. You just have to kind of pick which tools are more important to you. But they're both great options. These do not have that locking back like the Wave does. But these are great ones to just throw in your car, in your glove box, and at least you'll have a multi-tool with you at all times in your car, which is exactly what I've done with these. I have one in each one of my cars, the one that I drive and the one my wife drives. And that way I always have a multi-tool with me. Even if I'm driving the car that I don't normally drive, which happens occasionally, when we switch out cars. So anyways, just wanted to show you some fun multi-tools. Oh, one other thing that I failed to mention is these two, the Sidekick and the Wingman, both have a pocket clip, which I think is really cool to have on a multi-tool. The Wave does not. It comes with a sheath, and if you want a pocket clip, you can order one. It fits right down. See this little gap right here? It fits down in there and clamps on there, and you have your pocket clip. But that is a aftermarket thing. It does not come with it. It comes with a sheath, which I'm not seeing the sheath right off the top of my head right now. But it's a nice sheath, but there's no pocket clip. But you can order one. So if that's something that's important to you, to have that pocket clip, because it is nice to have one, then you can order one. Okay, so we've got the Wave, Wingman, and Sidekick. So there you go. 3 Leatherman multi-tools that are all great quality. You just kind of got to decide what's important to you, as far as tools. So there you go. Fort Worth Clock Guy.